Yes.
But TK, we
Yes.
have to have a conversation. I mean, there's got to be an intervention. It's his 50th birthday.
I know, but you have to make him happy, right? Happy spouse, happy house. And so if he doesn't want anything new, I'm going to take what he has, but revamp it. You can
Maybe a
always
tie,
accessorize. That's what I'm saying.
a
I'm going
pocket
to throw on a
square.
nice fedora hat, scarf, maybe trench coat. Because remember, it's that whole Great Gatsby. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm going to
Yeah.
accessorize him.
Yeah, giving Roaring 20s vibe.
Come on now.
Yes. Happy Monday,
Yes.
y'all.
Happy
Ooh.
Monday.
Ooh, happy Monday.
How were your
Happy Monday.
weekends? How was all y'all weekend? Oh, that was
I can't
bad
even think
English.
back
My
that far.
Not
Mine
Me
me.
was
neither.
filled. It was just 2 days ago. Y'all really?
I'm really trying to think. What did I do yesterday? I'm in a wedding. So I
Oh.
mean, not till next year, but she's renewing her vows, and she had this wonderful idea to make all of her 40 and over bridal party compete in a field day.
Mm.
So
Oh,
we
wow.
had the water slide kickball. She had an obstacle course that my husband about died trying to get on. I have a video, but that was the funniest thing ever. But we all are aching today. Our bones hurt. But she gave us some beautiful gifts, her and her husband. So we are excited about this cruise. It's a cruise to Bahamas in March.
Oh, that sounds great.
Oh.
Yeah, so we
I
had a
have a
good time.
I have a question about the categories of the activities.
Okay.
Please tell
What?
me what the categories were.
What do you mean? Like, well, you mean the
Was it like the three-legged race, the
yes?
hold the egg
Well,
in a
well,
cup,
it wasn't
the
three
egg in
legged.
a
It was like
spoon kind of vibe?
what you call it? It was the bag for the race, but just one
The hop,
person.
the
What's the
hop,
potato sack
the
bag or
potato
whatever?
sack. Yeah.
So we had
Was it
that.
Yeah.
married couples per like how did you guys face
No,
each other? How did that
it was
work?
men against women, child. And one of the races I went against George, and we had to go down, jump over these hurdles, do a jumping jacks. What is it? Jump rope about 3 times. Drink a cup of whatever you choose to drink, a white, brown, whatever, and run back. Baby, I made it halfway and fell in the grass. I was out for the count. Done. I couldn't even go.
Yes.
On that.
On
Well,
that note, welcome back everybody to another Monday night with Talk Miami. We are so happy to be with you. I will be TK and I did a switcheroo because tonight's episode is going to be a very special one. We have a very special guest on today, and I am your host, Cindy Winters. I'm going to throw it up to the brother in the gorgeous pink top and the sparkly fedora.
thank you, my dear. So this is Diva B. So I know before we started, we were talking about our weekend. I just want to give a little shout out. It was my brother's birthday this weekend, as we mentioned already
Happy
last week.
birthday, Ryan.
This weekend was a little weird for me because, as I mentioned last week, I had a sinus thing. And then Thursday, my boss kicked me out of work, made me go get a COVID test, even though I'm fully vaccinated. But I had a sinus thing all week. Good thing was I got my test this morning. I am COVID negative, and I was able to return back to work. But I felt on Thursday when he kicked me out, I felt like I was a child who had been expelled from school. I was so upset. I never thought I wanted to leave work. Like when he kicked me out of work, I was crying. My coworkers are like, "Why are you crying?" I was like, "Because I don't want to go home." So yeah.
Aw.
So even though they said, "Oh, you can work from home," I hated it because my home is my sanctuary where I rest and stay fabulous, like Cindy does. So mine needs to be mine needs to be more like a Vogue. Like, get it, girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my work came into my sanctuary and I was not happy. Okay. I'm gonna pass it this way,
Yes.
not to my boyfriend, but to her,
I got it.
to the
Got
one
it.
and the only motivational speaker in Miami, Miss
Yes.
Do your thing, girl.
Thank you. Thank you for that introduction, Diva B. Hi, everyone. Good evening. I am TK Owens. We have an amazing show for you tonight, so I can't wait. Let's just get into it. It's time to talk Miami, so that means I'm going to pass it to the one below. I want you to pay attention to the new specs. Absolutely.
So this is 45. I turned 45 and now my eyes have failed me. I
No.
can't see. I used to watch the comments like this. Like who's talking?
No.
I can't see nothing. So I am glad that the Lord has restored my vision. I was blind, but now I see. Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Shonda Roberts coming to you from Miami, of course. I am glad to be back. I missed you all.
Oh, thank you,
I'll
Dr.
get back to
Shonda.
you. Oh, wait, get back to you, Cindy.
Boom. I got it. Cloud. Caught it.
Wow.
Dr. Shonda, I have to tell you, you are, I love every co-host on this show, but you are my favorite.
I love
Your
you too, Cindy.
stories be killing me.
She's so funny.
Last week, I listened to your story, just that clip on repeat for like 5 minutes straight. I'm in the car and I'm howling
Oh my God.
at your story. So keep them coming.
Thank you, Katrina. She sounds like
Keep 'em coming.
adorable.
Yes.
I gotta shout somebody out. Una from Ireland.
From
watching
Ireland.
Yes.
Okay.
We are international.
International,
We are
baby.
international.
Yes.
Welcome, Una. I don't know what time it is, girl, but you must be getting some
Good
sleep
morning,
soon,
Una.
honey.
Yes.
Good morning, Una.
It's Tuesday.
Yes. So we
Welcome.
have
That's
a really
awesome.
special show for y'all. I'm so happy to see all of you again. And this is going to be really, really special. And now I do the Spotlight edition where I showcase our local talent and any sort of thing happening in the arts section. And I am so proud to be interviewing today our special
That's
guest.
it.
She hails from Dallas, Texas. She's a 12-year-old phenomenal star, Skye Dakota Turner. She gained her fame basically sort of on accident, which is really fabulous. She was auditioning for this contest and her video went viral when she sang a song by Patti LaBelle, which, you know, some grown people can't even sing. There have been times I've been in my dressing room trying to squeal out some notes and I get that. Cut it out. Cut it out. Change the song. That ain't for you. Lower the key. So I'm impressed by Skye and all she has accomplished. I want to share that this video was picked up by the Steve Harvey show, and she was brought onto the Steve Harvey show. And I played this last week, and I got so many great comments. So I want to share it again with you.
And tears.
Only you knew how much I do need you. Only knew how much I do need you. I say you don't know that
Baby, it was that.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause. Show your love in the comments. That sound like Steve Harvey. Show your love. Skye Dakota Turner. Show your love, everybody. Skye, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me get this image off. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you
How are
so much
you?
for having me. I'm great. How are you?
Oh.
We are so great. We're so great.
So great.
So happy to have you.
I'm happy to be here.
Oh my goodness, you are. What our audience learned from last week is that you are an incredible star on the rise. You've got so much, such a bright future ahead of you, and you have a very special project coming up. Would you like to share with our audience what your very special project coming up is?
Well, I play young Aretha Franklin in the upcoming movie Respect, the Aretha Franklin biopic, and it comes out August 13th.
That's
Yes.
yes.
Skye, that's a fan pop, my girl.
That
fan
is an
pop.
ultimate fan pop, honey.
Yes.
And I want to share with our audience a little bit, a clip from the new film coming out. Let's check it out. Here we go.
How is Aretha doing?
Aretha's doing alright.
Nobody owns your voice, Ree. What's most important is that you are treated with dignity and respect.
I just don't think you have what it takes.
No hits.
I need a change. I want to sing what I want to sing.
Okay. You really like it?
We love it, Ree.
It's
really good.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what
I have to do this.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
This is your show, Aretha.
I like you to call me Miss Franklin.
Respect. Only in theaters August 13th. Rated PG-13.
We see Skye all in the trailer, honey. Shining so bright. Skye, I have so many questions for you. But first of all, what was it like being on set with all of those stars?
Well, honestly, being on set with everyone honestly just unleashed my inner fan. I mean,
I know that's right.
Getting to see the people that I've looked up to my entire life in person and be in a movie with them was just fascinating. I mean, it was such an out-of-body experience. I felt like I got to see myself with them and to see how they treated me, how kind they were to me. It was just something I'll never forget.
You are on set and on screen with the Miss Jennifer Hudson, with the 10-time Tony Award winning star Audra McDonald. Who else did we see? Mr. Forrest Whitaker. Was there anyone that you were looking forward to meeting before starting filming?
Well, honestly, everyone, specifically Miss Jennifer Hudson, Mr. Forrest Whitaker, and Miss Audra McDonald, because I knew them before. I mean, I remember singing Miss Jennifer Hudson's songs. And I remember seeing Mr. Forrest Whitaker in Black Panther. And I remember seeing all the clips from Miss Audra McDonald's shows. And honestly, I have looked up to them. So I was really nervous to meet them, but I'm so glad that I got a chance to work with them.
That's excellent. Cool. So you say you've met them before. Can you share a little bit about how you met? I come from the Broadway world, so I'm really excited that you got to meet Miss Audra McDonald. How did you meet Miss Audra?
Well, it was actually during a table read and rehearsal for our scenes together. And I remember being so impressed with what I saw her practicing. I mean, I was just looking at her in awe because, I mean, it's one thing to see it through video, but to see her in person, I mean, it was like a live performance just for me. So I felt very proud that I got that experience.
Oh, that is incredible. How old were you when you started singing?
Oh, I've been singing for as long as I can remember, maybe 3 years old. I mean, as soon as I could talk, I remember singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And I remember I used to ride in the car with my dad on the way to school, and we would sing all the Beyonce and Anita Baker and Patti LaBelle. And we just used to have so much fun. And I think just singing after a while, it became natural. And I didn't even think about it when I was doing it.
That is awesome. That it just feels natural to you, right?
Right, like an instinct.
Did anyone ever ask you what you wanted to be when you grew up?
Yes, and my response to that question was always, after I started singing, was always, I don't want to wait until I grow up, because I've seen all the videos of people that I aspire to be like. And a lot of them started at a young age. And I don't want, I've started at a young age as well. So I want to be able to expand in my career as early as possible.
That is the most perfect answer. That's the most perfect answer. You don't want to wait till you grow up to live out your dream.
Right.
Why not live out your dream today when you can? So did you always know that you wanted to sing?
Ooh, I mean, my parents have always played this old school music, and it's something that I've grown up with. And naturally, I've wanted to sing the songs because I've heard other people singing the songs. But the first time I actually realized I wanted to sing is when I got on stage. My choir teachers, Ms. Carmelly Sims and Ms. Carolyn Donnell, invited me out to T-Ball, a summer program, the Black Academy of Arts and Letters in Dallas. And I performed Purple Rain by Prince. And I remember walking out onto the platform and seeing the looks on people's faces as I sang, and how proud and amazed they look when I did the high note at the end. And I just remember how I felt. I felt enchanted. I mean, it was so amazing. And I felt like, again, I could see myself doing it as I was doing it. It was just something that only happens when I sing. And I wanted to experience that for the rest of my life.
Yes. I can actually, I think I can sort of understand what you mean when you sort of leave your body and you can see yourself singing and also experience how the audience is experiencing the performance.
Right.
I've actually had a moment like that. That's such an interesting experience. That in a sense, it's like you're participating in the same experience together, right?
Right.
You're sharing the same experience. I actually had a really weird experience where I saw somebody, I was on stage as Nala singing Shadowland, and I'm coming out of the bushes. It's like, that's the choreography. Shadowland, the leaves are falling. And I step out and I see an audience member looking at me doing the show, but eating popcorn. And I thought, man, she is watching that show. Oh, wait, I got to keep singing. I am the show. So I get it. Sometimes it be like that. You're like, I have to keep going because they're watching me doing a thing that they came to see. So tell me, speaking of Broadway, how did you get your start on Broadway?
Well, honestly, I've been singing Tina Turner for a while, not professionally, of course, but just singing it. It's always been on my playlist because I enjoy listening to her music. And it was coincidental, but the audition came up. This was after I auditioned for Lion King. And the audition eventually came up. I went in the room, and I remember seeing my director and seeing everyone in the room, and it just made me feel so comfortable. But I felt like somehow I could focus in the right way. I mean, I would say that I'm pretty good at focusing, but this focus is different. Like, I know what I'm there to do. I feel like I already know how this is going to turn out. I don't know the outcome. I will never know the outcome, but I know that I can do this. Like, there's a self-reassurance in when I go in feeling that way.
One time.
And 20 minutes after the audition, I got the call that I got the part.
Wow.
That is so awesome. I mean, what was it? I'm very familiar with the Tina Turner musical. Actually, to be transparent, I auditioned to be the Tina Turner standby.
Really?
Yeah. So our worlds we are always intersecting. So our viewers, just so you know, the Broadway world, especially Black Broadway, the world is so small. We're going to audition for so many different projects, but it's a lot of the same people, which is great. So we audition for the same thing. Isn't that crazy?
It is.
You may not have booked Nala, but you booked Tina, and I may not have booked Tina, but I booked Nala. So hey,
Things work the way they're
we
supposed to.
feel things
The casting
work out the way they're
world.
supposed to.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you remember what the casting process is like?
Well, before I automatically went in for the audition. It wasn't like that for Respect. I had to send in a video, and then I sent in the video. But with Tina, I actually went in, and I remember they first gave me the script, and I would listen to it on repeat. And eventually I went in for the audition, and I sang the songs. And then they had me do choreo on the spot that they had me memorize like so quickly. And I'm not so confident in my dancing as I am in my singing. So I remember I was like, okay, I just gotta visualize and remember the steps and hopefully execute them in the best way possible. And yeah, and that was it. And eventually I booked it.
Okay, I'm sorry. You go, girl. Yes, Diva B. Diva B has a question for you.
I actually have two questions because I'm interested to know. So the first question that I have is, when you were filming, due to, of course, what's going on in the world with the pandemic, did that affect filming for you, or was it something that they just filmed regularly as if we weren't in a pandemic? And then my second question is, are you prepared to go to movie premieres and hang out with Jennifer Hudson and Forrest Whitaker and all these other fabulous celebrities?
Well, the answer to your first question is that I filmed this before COVID-19 was discovered or even probably existed. Yes, and it was an amazing filming process. I mean, it was just something. I mean, the first movie is just something different. And for the second question, the
to hang out with them. Yeah.
Are you ready to go to a movie premiere?
Yeah.
Right. I've been talking with my family about all the celebrities we want to see there, and I'm just so excited. We've been dress shopping. We've been getting everything ready, hair. And I know this is something that I have to mentally prepare myself for, because there are people that I might see that I have always wanted to see. So I'm really excited for that.
Miss Skye, can you just do me one favor and tell Jennifer Hudson that her biggest fan, Dr. Shonda Roberts, say, hey there. Just tell her that for me, honey. Tell her that I really, 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 really love her. And that's why I sing like her, but I don't. So please tell her I say hi. Remember that name, Dr. Shonda. Just remember Shonda, honey. Tell her I say, hey there, okay?
I will do that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Shonda. Just a sensible plug. Plug.
Yes, absolutely.
That is
Scott.
Yeah, sorry, Miss TK.
No. And Skye, what can we do to support you? You already know I'm going to be with your auntie Latasha. We're going to see, we're going to put together a movie night, a watch night, but just support us. How can we show you love? Do you want us to post pictures when we're at the theater? Is there a hashtag? We just want to show you so much love and support.
Well, there is going to be a hashtag, and also I'm selling shirts. They haven't quite been, we're working on it. It's in works. So
do you have somebody who does your shirts? Because if not, Dr. Shonda Roberts does do shirts too.
And I'll sell them for you at the premiere. Girl, I'll carry them in a bag at the premiere for you. You just bring. I'll have the merch on deck. Just
you can send her the logo.
I'm
just
saying.
For your Miami crew. We
just
got
all right, everybody. All right, everybody.
And they're free. She just wants an autograph from J Hud. You know.
I just want to say, Skye it's awesome just hearing you. I am mesmerized just by your intelligence and your how you're speaking. You're just awesome. And it's hard to even believe you're 12 years old. I swear you've been here. You're an older person in a young person's body because you're so intelligent. You're beautiful. You have a beautiful voice. And I just want to encourage you to keep going. Of course, I know you will, but you are awesome. Don't ever let them break your spirit. You are awesome, young lady.
Yeah,
Thank you
absolutely.
so much.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. And before we wrap, I do have a little bit of a rapid question round for you, Skye. First thing that comes to your mind will be the answer. Okay, you ready?
Yes,
All right.
absolutely.
We'll start with the easy stuff. What grade are you in?
8th grade.
Do you go to
Going
regular
8th grade.
going 8th grade? Do you go to regular school or homeschool?
Well, this year I'm probably going to be homeschooled, but last year I was in an in-person school.
In-person school. How did you keep busy during last year?
Well, I spent a lot of time with my siblings last year playing Just Dance, board games, card games. I also made sure to sing, dance, and audition as much as possible.
Excellent. What would you say to someone your age who is interested in performing?
Well, I would say go for it because you can never make a wrong decision in this industry. I mean, if you keep practicing, if you keep going, you will eventually become what you want to be. So never lose hope, never lose confidence, and just be yourself.
Excellent advice. Excellent. Do you have a best friend?
I would say my sister is my best friend.
And all four of us now too.
Right.
Yes.
You guys are not invited to the premiere. Sorry.
No. Actually, I was gonna actually say before she goes,
I'm carrying the merchandise.
you are always welcomed on Talk Miami. You always have a spot here. We want to be your four best friends, whether we go to a premiere or not. But we want to just say that Skye is awesome and she knows Talk Miami, y'all.
That's right.
Absolutely. And final question, what's another dream on your list, Miss Skye?
Well, I hope in the future that I can win awards, put out albums, and
yes, ma'am.
To hear people say that I inspire them, because that's something that is a real compliment to me.
Absolutely. And you are inspiring. You're inspiring us old fogies over here and to be better and greater and always dream, because you're never too old to have a dream. Thank you so much, Skye Dakota Turner. I will put in the chat of how people can follow you on Instagram and on social media, and make sure that you all check out Skye Turner on Respect, coming out in theaters August 13th. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me.
All the best to you.
Thank
So much
you,
love.
sweetie. Good night.
Bye.
Thank
Good
you,
night.
Skye. See you.
You done crying?
God, I love her.
I'm done crying. I just
Okay,
can't.
we have to get TK together.
I've been knowing her since she was
She's about to make me cry. I was trying not to cry.
Yeah, and I know her aunt is watching, Miss Latasha Strader, her whole family. She has a lot of aunts. It's like, I think like 8. Chime in, Latasha. It's like 7 or 8 aunts.
Yes,
so
are all
she
the
is
aunts on the
surrounded.
chat?
That's right. And she is surrounded by some amazing women. The entire family, Cindy, is talented. They play instruments, they sing, they dance. You're talking about a very talented family she comes from. So it's just, I met her when she was like 3 years old, and she is just on her way. You talk about Skye, sky's the limit with her.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
as we talk to Skye and talk about Skye and hear how she carries herself and and the wisdom, you can tell that she's a part of a very a good stock of performance family. So 5 aunts, Miss Latasha said, work.
TK gave
you know what made me more than happy than anything?
Well, I'm one too.
What made me happy is when she said that her parents played old school music. Because not for nothing, but the music today, it leaves some to be desired. But to hear Aretha and Whitney and Mariah and Patti LaBelle and just some of the greats, for a kid to say that's the kind of music they like, that is very important because most of the kids now are just, I want to be a rapper. I want to be this. I want to be that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
You know,
foundation is so important.
Like Shonda said, 12 years old, honey, she talked like she was 25.
Did you
She's
hear the vocabulary?
pure.
Did you
The
hear the vocabulary?
the etiquette, just
Absolutely.
the elegance of the way she spoke. I mean, phenomenal.
Absolutely. We're going to chat a little bit about that in a little while. Diva B, are you ready to do your segment?
I guess. No.
Let's do it. We're going to start over with Diva B dishing the dirt.
So I'm not dishing dirt today. I need some help from our audience. So I'm going to talk about something that I know all of us can actually agree with because I have a ball/gala that I'm going to September 25th for Paint the Purpose. I'm plugging it, girl. I'm plugging it. And I need my Beyonce body on point, honey, because I cannot go to a ball or a gala and be looking a hot mess, right? So what I need from my audience tonight, for the Diva B lovers, the hat lovers, the boyfriend lovers, the Broadway lover, the motivational lover, and the corner lover, I need some diet tips, some diet techniques. I've been eating healthy. I've actually lost 14 pounds in 3 weeks. Because I've been eating healthy. So drop us a line, drop us a comment, DM me, DM the girls, whatever. But what are some healthy tips? Because, you know, some people could say, oh, I work out, but then they go and eat Burger King right after they work out. That's not healthy. Yeah. I want some real good healthy ones. Like, for instance, I found one where they said a healthy snack was Greek yogurt with a tablespoon of honey and some fresh fruit. I've been hooked, y'all. I have been hooked. I've been eating Greek yogurt. I'm about to turn Greek, okay? So drop us, like us, share us, give me some good, just ignore my brother's comments. But
get him, Ryan.
You go, Ryan.
Give us some healthy tips, some healthy snacks, something that we can do. Because I need to look good for my ball gala, Paint to Purpose, September 25th. Today, your tickets are now $60 because you didn't get them back in July when they was 50.
Yeah, they didn't get the discount. They didn't do the discount.
So that's what I was going to talk about because obviously, if you follow me and you follow Talk Miami, you could see that in the middle of the week last week, I went on a rampage on my live because I was upset about the whole vaccination thing, and I was also upset because, as many of us know, the wonderful, the great Simone Biles dropped out of the Olympics due to mental health. And I can't tell you how many people I had to check because they want to come for her and say, oh, she's weak, she's this, she's that. No one on this planet has any room to talk bad about Simone Biles. Whether it's mental health or she just said, you know what, today I'm not feeling it and I ain't doing it. What that woman has done for the gymnastics field in general can never be touched. So I don't want to bring a negative because I know we're having a good show, but please leave Simone Biles before I have to come cut you. And that's Diva B dishing the dirt. So please, I need your help, healthy tips and healthy drinks and healthy whatever else you want to bring.
Well, we had some of our friends here. Alyssa Brown said, just eat like a vegan, a vegetarian. She said that's
I
healthy.
tried to be a vegetarian once and I lasted 2 days and honey, I needed a chicken breast. I couldn't do it.
There is so reality. I do plant-based living for periods of time.
That's why you look
and
fabulous.
When you make the choice, you make the choice. You're committing to, however long you decide to do this, and that's just going to be the end of the story. However, depending on if you go cold turkey, there is definitely a grace period in the very beginning where you go through withdrawal. You definitely go through a sugar withdrawal, you go through a meat withdrawal, you go through a carbs withdrawal. And so you'll experience headaches and you'll experience fatigue, and sometimes people experience like they're getting a cold. So, but after, 3 to 5 days and you continue to bring your body, you do get used to it. But, and eventually you begin to sort of, your body doesn't want that stuff as much anymore. But
I've
Mediterranean diet.
I've noticed that with I noticed that with the sweets, because I've stopped the sweets. I have not had something sweet in like 2.5
That's my
weeks.
problem. Oh Lord,
But
that's my
sweets are my
weakness.
issue. I can't stop the chocolate. I
Yeah.
love my chocolate.
Yeah.
And no, I ain't talking about my man. Okay, I'm talking about the chocolate candy. Okay. But yes, I do love my sweets and my chocolate, and it's been hard. Because even walking through Whole Foods today to get a salad, I passed the bakery and I was like, oh God, I just gained 10 pounds in my thighs because I saw that brownie in the glass cabinet. So, but I promise next week Diva B will dish some dirt.
Yes. I mean, there's nothing always, I'm sort of a passionate person when it comes to fitness and wellness and healthy eating. So, 30 minutes of sweating a day, doesn't matter, whatever
No
you're
matter
doing
what
to
it-
sweat,
yep.
just
Mhm.
do it. If you're
Just
jumping
do
rope
it.
for 30 minutes or putting on a dance video, it all is helpful. And if all that, and you didn't meet your goal and it's the time of the gala, go ahead and buy you a girdle, child.
Snatch.
Give me a
Okay, call it a
Snatch
day.
it in.
And on that
No,
note,
actually,
thank you.
I've been just one more thing. I've been working out 5 days a week now again, but it's just the
Oh,
eating, the
good.
healthy.
Mhm.
Oh, honey, I ain't
Excellent.
gonna go to that gala and not look like Cindy, honey. I'm gonna have a Cindy
Yeah.
body when I'm done.
'Cause
Baby.
they say it's 80% what you eat and 20% working out. So
100%.
definitely it is what you put in your body.
100%.
Well, thank you, audience, for giving me some ideas. I'm definitely gonna try the ones that you've said. So I appreciate you.
Thank you, Diva B, for dishing your dirt today. And I want to, Miss Dr. Shonda, are you ready
Yeah.
for your community corner?
Sure.
And Dr. Shonda, we're going to the corner with Dr. Shonda.
Good evening. I am Dr. Shonda Roberts with your community corner. So tonight,
I love it.
listen, that's the
It's the
bougie
glasses.
part of the ratchet and classy.
That's the doctor side.
So tonight, I want to highlight a very good friend of mine, but also another community leader, Mrs. Mildred Washington. She has an organization called My Sister's Keeper. Miss Mildred Washington and her team of ambassadors, they are a resource for single mothers in the community, period, women in the community who need help, whether it is sexual abuse, domestic violence, breast cancer. They need help with the rent. They need help with whatever funding that they may need. They offer that assistance if they have the assistance. So, like myself, we only can help with what we have. So I wanted to highlight her today so that others can pour into her organization and help her help the women in our community. COVID has hit a lot of people hard, but even if you were struggling before that, not being able to take care of your kids or do what you need to do in this day and age has been a little bit harder. So I want to help her so that she can continue to help the women in our community. And we often share information. And if I don't have, I send them to her and vice versa. So I want to make sure that we give Miss Mildred Washington and her team some funds. I'm always donating. I'm gonna donate again from Pain to Purpose as well, so that we can continue to help them. Her Cash App is my SISTAHS Keeper. That's My Sister's Keeper, and you can find their group, which has a lot of attendees in the group, at same thing, My Sister's Keeper in Facebook. So it's my SISTAHS, Sisters Keeper. So
Yeah.
Miss Mildred, we salute you, Queen. We thank you for your work in the community and what you do. Thank you for helping women that need to get by with their children, whatever it is, school stuff, apartments, whatever it is that they can help with, that they offer the assistance. So we applaud you, Miss Mildred Washington. Please go give my girl some coins so she can help them. My Sister's Keeper is her Cash App. Thank you, everyone.
Absolutely. And I will definitely be sending a Cash App as well. Shonda, you do such a great job showcasing the local organizations and women on our show. And you weren't going to say it, but I'm going to say it.
What?
Queen Crafty.
Yeah,
Congratulations, Dr. Sharon Roberts, on your brand new endeavor.
Thank you. So now I am, well, I'm going to say it. What are they going to do? Fire me? I put in my 2 weeks notice yesterday at my job. So
he's an entrepreneur now.
So in 2 weeks, I'll be a full-time entrepreneur.
Independent.
And I am so excited. It's something new. I always had a nonprofit, but this is completely different. So I'm going to be hustling, doing what I got to do. But you can find me at Queen Crafty on Facebook, Queen Crafty Designs on Facebook and Instagram. Where else? My website is I'm working on it right now, so it should be up soon. And I'm also going to Tampa this weekend to put Queen Crafty at this. I forgot the name of the event. I'm sorry, but it's an event that had 600 attendees there. It's a Black church something. I'm sorry, I'm saying it wrong, y'all, but it's in Tampa. And I told a friend of mine that I was starting a business. She said, "Well, you should come showcase your stuff." I'm like, "I don't have anything ready." So what you got to do? I said, "I got to make this, make that." She said, "Okay, make it, and I'm gonna book your room." So she booked my room. I'm gonna be there. So all day today, I've been crafting, making rugs. Tomorrow, I'm gonna make T-shirts. Wednesday, I'm gonna make mugs and coasters. And I'm gonna.
So what she's saying is that she's not sleeping all week, y'all.
None, not at all.
So next Monday's podcast, she'll be sleeping.
Mm-hmm. Now she's gonna call me crying.
Right,
I'm overwhelmed.
If I turn this camera around and show y'all this craft room right now. It looks a mess in here, but I'm excited. I'm excited about this new venture in my life. What, TK?
We're excited too, honey. But we are still waiting for our mugs. Hashtag just
honestly.
I got
what are we on back order?
That part. Where's our mug?
They right here in the box. Wait, you can't even see it.
In the box.
I'm sorry.
We moved into the box, y'all.
Yeah, in the box.
Okay, we got the box.
Next step is the FedEx. We're gonna get there.
Right.
We're gonna get there. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Shonda, for your community corner. And I want to talk about let's jump into this next topic. Really, you guys, I'm sorry I went over time because I really could have spoken to Skye all night. She's so cool.
Yeah, she's so
she's so cool. But I want to talk about our next topic. And this topic is sort of an on-trend conversation that's been going on in our community. And that is talking about breaking generational curses. This conversation, I've heard these conversations from all talk shows, even people in my peer group about generational curses or generational cycles. And we have our Talk Miami chat. Like we always share every week that we talk to each other every day on Instagram and on WhatsApp. And we discuss different issues. And then some of the issues get selected to talk about on the show. And this was brought to our attention by TK. And it struck a chord with me because as a millennial, we are all a lot of people in our generation are focusing on sort of leveling up and helping our families move to the next level. I'm a first generation American. And so whatever my parents built from coming to this country, I have to now take whatever that is and move that forward. And on top of that, I'm also taking on some of their trauma as well. And I want to talk about Funky Dineva. Did I say that right, Sean?
Yes.
Okay. Funky Dineva, who is one of the panelists, one of the co-hosts on Fox Soul. And this is what he had to say.
We like to throw around this whole I'm breaking generational curses, right? Like that's the new hot thing to put in your Instagram post. But a lot of y'all are unable to break generational curses because you're unwilling to unlearn a lot of shit. And the counselor was talking about that they're finding that a lot of Black people of color who are in counseling for unlearning behaviors. And it's really hit me because there was so much that I've had to unlearn and so many things that I'm still unlearning. Case in point, I grew up in an environment where when somebody does something wrong, you cuss them the out and you get applauded for it. So I began my college career, early 20s, just cussing folks out because that was all I knew. Until somebody poured in me and was like, that is not an acceptable way of communicating.
Facts.
Any
Come
thoughts?
on now.
TK, would you like to go first?
Yes. Two parts, and I'll tell you why. I When it comes to generational curses, the word curse I particularly don't like, right? I feel like when it's a curse, there may be a prayer, there may be witchcraft or anything that won't change if a curse has been placed on you. I choose to use generational cycles because when it's a cycle, we have the choice and the power to break it.
Come on,
A
TK.
curse, come on, I feel like when we are young, to me, it's a learned behavior about our environment, what we see, what our parents do. We are told how to walk, how to talk, what to dress like, what to do. And we don't know what's right or wrong. We only do what our parents tell us to do, or generations have been doing for so long. But when you turn 18, or whenever you move out of your parents' house, when you start making decisions on your own, and if there was something you particularly didn't like, and I'm gonna give an example. A judge once told me that two brothers lived in a household where their father was an alcoholic and would come home and beat their mother. So they saw this, and they can adapt and probably inherit all of that, thinking it's okay when someone's telling you that it's not, right? But the one brother ended up being just like his father and became an alcoholic, doing some of the same patterns. But the other brother decided, I will not be like my dad. And he changed and broke the cycle. Please understand that when it's a cycle, when we are grown, we have the choice to create the narrative in our life. I'm not my ancestors. Maybe back then that's what they had to do. But we live in a different generation now. Even as women, we live in a generation now. Maybe you don't want to be old school, that you're cooking and cleaning all day and not allowed to work, because that's how it was back in the day. But now we're making our own money. So you have the right to create your own life. And I truly believe in like what Funky Daniva, am I pronouncing it right, Shonda? I believe he is so correct. You need someone in your circle to say no. Break that cycle if you want to. If you didn't like the way you were raised, you have the power to change the cycle. And that's what I wanted to give my input on.
I agree, TK. That is point blank exactly how I feel. We have choices, and even when, let's go back to mental health. Even if you're raised in a family where mental health is passed down, because it's from what I understand is genetic. If I'm wrong, somebody tell me. And some may or may not receive that gene. But there's so much help now than there was before. I feel that all you have to do is say, I need help. But also saying that you need help is a choice. Unless you're in a position where your mind is just never there and you don't know that there's help. I believe most times, let me not say that to everyone, but most times, if you're getting up and going to work and you're functioning and there are moments where you know I'm unraveling, then you need to say, I need help.
Come on.
Don't allow yourself to say, well, that's how my mama was, so this how I'm gonna be. This
That
how
learned
my daddy
behavior.
was, so this how I'm gonna be. This is just my destination. No, it's not. And I was watching a movie the other day, and a young man saw his daddy in prison. I guess the family has a history of being in prison, and the police officer threw him out the jail and said, just get out, you'll be here soon, because that's all your family is. That's all y'all do is go to prison. And instantly he started doing bad things and kept saying, well, it doesn't matter, I'm going to end up in prison anyway. Just that 1 second, that officer planted a seed in his head that that's who you are, that's who your family is, that's what you're going to be. Instead of him getting off of those steps and said, I refuse to be that way. I'm not going to be like my dad. I'm not going to be like my brothers. I'm not going to be like my mom. I'm going to choose right now. It stops with me. And that's the decision you have to make. How many people we know in our family have been sexually abused, sexually assaulted, things that go on in families that people don't talk about. Child, that's a whole nother episode, but there's things that we have to do in order to make sure we don't pass that on to our children and they don't pass it on to their children. Someone has to say enough is enough. It stops with me.
Yep. That's it.
Thank you.
That's
Diva
it.
B?
You're welcome.
I don't have nothing else to say.
I was not trying to laugh. This is too
Wait, my baby has
serious.
never been speechless.
Yeah, I'm
Right?
Diva B is
well,
speechless.
because in all honesty, the two of you really like summed it up. Like, I don't believe in curses. I don't.
Right.
I think it's just a pattern that, like you said, from the story you gave, TK, it's like the father beat the mom, so then the son beat his girl, and then their children beat, so what you said was on point. What Shonda said was on point. So therefore, I'm speechless on point.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because, I mean, the only person I've ever wanted to be like was my mother, because
Oh,
she's
Mama
smart.
Gloria.
She's
Mama
smart.
Gloria.
She's sophisticated. Like my mom tells me her opinion, and 100% of the time I go with what she says because I know she's not going to steer me wrong.
Right.
Right.
So it's like to me, I agree with what you both said. So
Yeah.
And no, I didn't say it because she's watching, because I know she's watching.
Oh,
You got
it's
two
true.
hearts
That's
from Mama.
She is our
Yeah.
biggest fan, honey. We love
know,
Mama Gloria.
right.
But
And Sin, okay, go
I
ahead,
agree.
Diva B.
All right.
Yeah. And Sin, I want to add, it may not even just be your parents. It could be a family
Right.
cycle of people not, only stopping at high school. Like, you maybe be the first to go off to college. Like, let's break the cycle. So truly, it's okay. But we have to remember, just like life changes over time. So we all have to adapt. What my ancestors did, years ago may not be the same for me. And it's okay to change the path. So
It is.
definitely.
Absolutely. Damon Thomas. Hey, Damon. How you doing?
Hey, Damon.
Thanks for
Hey,
watching.
David.
Damon says that generational curses can be broken. And my
Yeah.
cousin Beverly is on, y'all. Hi, cousin Beverly.
Hey, cuz.
Beverly says, I don't claim negativity because my journey is not my family's. My path is
right.
my own. As we talk
Come on
about
now.
generational curses or generational cycles, there is a theory that when your family is cursed, then that means
Yes.
someone has created an energy upon you and put that energy upon you. May you never have children. May your children
Yep.
grow up to not prosper. Those sort of
Curses.
incantations upon somebody else's life, which that kind of stuff happens in Jamaica. We call that when you bad mind people.
Yes.
When you put that negative energy out on someone, and you create that aura. It's usually done. It can be done with a very strong energy, or it can be done in a spiritual sense. There are those who live in that world, in that spiritual space, and believe that they can do sort of those incantations. And then you have generational cycles, which can be passed down
Repeated.
through generational trauma, emotional trauma, violence. And also, young people pick up what
they see.
elders see
Right.
and sense. Sometimes you don't even see it, but sometimes you sense it.
Yeah.
Because young people can sense silence. They can see silence. They know, they can pick up sort of that nonverbal language as well. And yeah, I do believe that work can be done to sort of break those cycles, to heal those cycles.
Come on now. You
Specifically.
said the good word there. Healing.
Heal.
There needs to
Yeah.
be some healing.
Absolutely. We
I
can
have a
break
question,
something, but
Sandy.
it's got to be fixed. And
It's got to be
so
fixed.
we have
Because
to
if
learn
not,
to
it's going to repeat itself. Sin.
absolutely,
That's
or it
That's
stops, and then you have it can scab and keloid. So you have a buildup rather than
Come on,
a
keloid.
flow. Yeah, Diva B, you wanted
I
to
have
add?
a question because you said something, and because your background is Jamaican, I wanted to actually ask you, because when you're saying curses, how people put out that energy. In the Cuban population, they do Santeria, which is the Cuban way of putting curses and things like that. But I've always wondered, and maybe this is why I asked you this question, when you're saying that people are putting those curses and their strong beliefs are what makes the curse come to, how does the person who's being cursed, what if, like, I'm just going to throw this out here. Let's say you put a curse on me and your belief of that curse is very strong. But then my belief is I don't believe all that stuff. So your curse really can't hurt me. How does that play into putting on a curse? Is it just like you said, is it I'm cursing you, or am I wishing bad on you, but it's not picking up? Does my question make sense or no?
Yeah, TK?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And then it goes back to how we ended our last episode last week. You are in control of what you receive. And I think even your cousin Bev mentioned it, Cindy. Don't even take in negativity at all. However, I get what you're saying, Diva B. Someone could put a curse on you that you don't even know about. That's that bad. So what you could do is stay prayed up and keep positivity around you, so that negativity won't even come in. I stay prayed up because we don't know who's out there trying to wish you the worst. And it's true. Everybody doesn't like you. My mom always told me
they love me, huh?
And the more that people love you, it's gonna be some people who hate you just because everybody loves you. You know what I mean, Diva B? Yeah.
Well, that's why, honey, my sage stick at home is about the size of a room. Boo. I got a sage stick like you don't know. Honey, I be sage in the house. My neighbor thinks I'm smoking.
There you go.
No, it's just sage.
That alarm is going off.
That alarm going off.
Speaking of being cursed, my friend Neil is on here, and Neil says that him and his wife Alyssa work in a school to break cycles and heal. And Neil and his wife are educators in Brooklyn for many years, and to make things better, there are ways to deal with curses. It takes education. I was cursed by many parents at school. Still here. Shout out to the educators out here in these streets, really blocking, bridging some cusses and some
I know
curses.
that's right.
And Cindy, that's a very valid point. We need to be educated, like he said, until we have someone that comes to us to say, no, that's not okay. We don't know any better. We only know what we're taught, right? And what we see. So hopefully you have someone in your circle that would tell you the truth and say, baby, we don't do that anymore.
Right. How many people that they act a certain way and someone says, oh, that's just TK. Oh, that's just Sean. That's how they act. And that person always or most of the time says, oh, that's just me. You want to take it or leave it. No. If you have people telling you that your attitude and your behavior is nasty and it's negative, you can't say, oh, that's just me, take it or leave it. Because, people will leave it. But then we have some people that say, you know what? That's just them. No, you're condoning the foolishness. Yeah. I'm gonna call you out every time, and I have a choice to not fool with you anymore because you don't have. What's her name? Iyanla says you don't have permission to disrespect me. You don't have permission to mistreat me. When you have been through so much and you've been a victim of abuse, your tolerance level is in the negative already. Yes. So there are a lot of times where I can smell it and I'm like, oh, you know what? I ain't doing this. Because I know my triggers. I know what takes me there. I know boundaries. And when I feel disrespected, I'm not going to allow it anymore. So those generational things, it comes with, even with yourself. Understand know what you can take. Know what's your breaking point. Know what's your deal breaker. Know all of those things because you teach people how to treat you. And if you keep tolerating the stuff, they're going to keep doing it. You put your foot down and say, you know what? I don't like how I feel when I'm with you. And if you're going to respect how I feel or we're going to just separate. And that's friendship. That's job, employment. That is relationships. That's anywhere where you don't feel respected, person, place, or thing. You have the option to say, I'm not going to tolerate it anymore.
That's right.
And I'm going to walk away.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe that we all have the ability to teach people how we are treated. And also, you pointed out sort of the way, right? I'm not going to tolerate the foolishness or using specific language, right? As we say, and also keeping in mind our own triggers. I had to learn a technique that, honestly, one of my white friends had to help me, They had to put me on. They have a sibling with special needs, and I said, listen, Katie, I'm having a problem. I need to communicate this situation to a friend who is frustrating me. And she said, all right, try phrasing it like this. Can you help me with something? I'm struggling with this situation. can you help me?
Mhm.
And I thought, oh, right, because then I am inviting them to help build the solution, right?
Putting the ball in their court.
Yeah, you put the
Yeah.
ball in their court and you help them help build the solution and
Mhm.
really think about it objectively rather than being about you and subjective.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Right,
more
right.
of an open conversation rather than so accusatory. So that is really one of the techniques that I picked up, you know,
Yeah.
outside in this space. Oh my gosh, you guys, what a great topic.
I'm gonna send you
No.
all some
Awesome.
sage, honey. It's in the mail.
Oh, I have it. I
Yes.
do it every week. And one thing about the sage too, Diva B, make sure you're opening your windows because you got to let all that toxin out.
Oh yes, and you have to
Yep,
do it in the daytime so the negativity is
absolutely.
burned up, and you have to
Absolutely.
do yourself before you can sage. Because if you don't sage
Head to
yourself, but you
toe.
sage
Head
your
to toe.
house, your energy is still up. Oh,
That's
believe me,
it.
honey. I'm telling you, honey, I sage so much you don't even know.
So stay protected
Absolutely.
and those negative vibes will bounce off. Good job.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're going to move on. We're going to start wrapping our show up. We're going to go a couple minutes over. I hope that's okay, everybody. And I'm going to toss it over to our TK
Whoop,
Owens
whoop,
motivational
whoop.
moments.
Okay, so I have an exercise for us, and I'm going back to the word simple. We're going to go to therapy right now. You know, whenever you're stressed out, whenever you're aggravated, you're upset, I'm going to give you some free therapy. And guess what that is, guys? I'm going to tell you right now. Smile.
Why did I know she was gonna say that?
It's free therapy. And I listen, I would not tell you this if I didn't practice this myself. And we're going to all do it together. You could be upset. And I promise you guys, from here on out, you heard it right here on Talk Miami. Whenever you're mad at someone or you're going through a difficult time, remember TK's voice and said, TK said, just smile. And then you're just going to bust out laughing. I promise you. Watch. Everybody just just get no smile. Just look down. Wait, let's look at, no smile. Look at the
I
camera.
never smile. I have RBF really bad, so help me.
Okay. When we smile on the count of 3, watch, it's going to change your mood. 1.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Ready?
Go ahead.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Smile. Did it change your mood? Be honest. Be honest.
I mean, I was
like,
already
no,
in a
TK.
happy mood.
It
so-
changed something, honey, because my computer screen just blinked. So it did something in the computer,
Ooh,
huh?
the vibes. The
Yeah.
energy.
I kid you not, guys. I just wanted to share that with you because it actually does work. Whenever you are upset or mad, and trust me, it's easier said than done. But just smile because then you're just gonna start laughing. To be honest, it's not even a smile. You're just gonna
I
start
hate
laughing.
my
Be like,
smile though, TK. Like if I had a Cindy smile, I'd be so much
oh.
happier. But my smile, my RBF, and for what people don't know is RBF, resting bitch
Child,
face.
we know
I
what
always
it
look
is.
like I'm mad. Like people ask me all the time, "Are you mad?" I'm like, "No, why?" They're like, "You look mad." So I wish I had a Cindy smile. I'd be trying though, but look at my Cindy smile. Ready? Look how weird it makes me look.
Go.
Horrible, honey. Horrible.
Not with the bounce.
Right.
Coach TK is going to work with you, Diva B, offline. We're going to do our one-on-ones. We're going to get this together. But guys, that is just my word for today. Hopefully it would start your week off to a great start. Whenever you are going through some hard troubles, just smile. It does change your mood. And I love you. As a matter of fact, oh wait, there go Dr. Shonda.
We
She's
got a
rocking
yawn.
out.
We got a yawn.
Wrap it up.
You got
We're
5
gonna
minutes
Shonda.
to wrap this up. But guess what? Right now, show us some love. Send us some heart emojis, some likes. We want to hear from you. Guys,
Yes.
thank you so much. And Cindy, I'm going to let you wrap it up before Dr. Shonda check out on you.
One more shout out to Una from Ireland.
Yes, Una from Ireland. That exercise. I'm going to go through our comments as we do every episode. Una says the exercise. Oops, I skipped it. Sorry. That exercise and this whole chat has made me feel so positive.
Alyssa,
she actually said up before, or he, whoever Una is, he or she, we don't discriminate. Up, but remember we were saying what time it was? That person said it was 1 a.m. and they came in to
have to be
Miami. So
yes,
Una, we appreciate you. That's so cool. International love.
We are
International
international.
love.
Mama, we made it.
I did it.
Yes.
That's a fan pop for Ireland, y'all.
Alyssa and Neil say, smile and give yourself a few moments to respond and relax.
That's
a smile
it.
cures many ills.
It does.
Cousin Beverly says, great job. Thank you, Cousin Bev.
Thank
Alyssa
you,
Brown and her
cousin.
heart smiley faces. Latasha, thank you for always watching and being there and supporting us. Katrina had a great comment.
I
which
love
have to
Katrina,
highlight.
honey. I don't know if y'all know, but Katrina's my sister. We have
Yes.
bonded over social media. She's my
Yes.
crafting sister. She's been
That's
so
right.
encouraging. She saw my Instagram and she just started sharing my Instagram. And I just love the support. Thank you so much, Katrina.
She actually, just so you know, Shonda, she actually crafts herself.
I know, she told me. I'm so
Crafty
we're
Katrina.
friends. We're sisters.
Yes,
So no,
Katrina
welcome
was
to
our
the
winner.
family because you're my
He
sister
was our
too,
winner.
then.
Yeah.
That's
She's
my
in the
sister-in-law,
family.
y'all, just in case.
Katrina was the winner of our $100 giveaway for
She
July
sure
4th
was.
for
She sure was.
for our subscribers and
Crafty Katrina.
work. She
Okay,
said,
and
y'all
guess
need
what?
to make this show
I'm gonna
2
so
hours.
get in trouble. I'm gonna so get in
Katrina,
trouble
I
right
fall
now.
asleep after this 1 hour, girl. You talking about 2.
They're gonna be so mad at me, but Katrina's also pregnant with my nephew, you all.
Oh,
congratulations, Katrina.
I'm gonna be an auntie.
And I'm gonna be a godmom.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
And
it.
Cindy's coming over to sing lullaby. She doesn't know it yet. So we got auntie,
And I'll
godmom, and
read
the
my
singer.
book.
Listen, we put each other to work around here. We put each other to work. Alyssa Brown says at least 2 days a week we've got to do Talk Miami. We're going to work on that. We're going to work on that. We love to hear that you guys are loving what we're doing, loving our show. And Glow, thank you, Glow.
That's my baby. That's one of my students. Love you, Glow Glow.
Amazing. Everybody, thank you all so much for watching today. This was an excellent episode. A great night. Shonda, Lord have mercy, help you. You got a lot going on. You got to get back to Queen Crafty because you have a conference this weekend. Diva B, thank you so much for your dirt. And also, if you guys have any sort of tips for Diva B, hit us up in the comments section below. We want to hear from you guys.
Trying to get that
TK, thank you for that motivational moment. It is so true. If you smile, it changes your mood and the people around you. You can check out Talk Miami. Tell me what you thought. Tell us all about what you thought about the show. Hit us in the comments section. Hit us that little emoji button, the lights and thumbs up and all of that. Happy laugh faces, all of those things. We need those. We need to feel your energy and your love. You can catch us every week on our wherever you find your podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts as well. We're here every Monday, chopping it up. Talk Miami. Thank you all for being here. We'll see you next week, y'all. Stay well, stay woke, stay safe. Peace.
Add it up. Okay, all right.
And that's a wrap. Shonda.
She's the biggest fan. She sits by me and sleeps during the whole show. That's why she look half asleep right now. She was sleeping. She's like, why my daddy messing with me?
I give you a chance to sing and you want to sing. We out. Cindy.